So, you all know Kendrick Lamar, right? Yeah, that Kendrick Lamar. So he performed at the Super Bowl halftime show, and I know that I'm a few weeks late to this, but still there's something I really have to get off my mind because this ain't the first time that I've experienced something like this, or at least witnessed something like this. Like one time I got criticizing Lil Wayne, expressing how I don't like Lil Wayne. I just don't like mumble rap, that subgenre of a rap, like at all, really. And yet I got a whole bunch of his like cultish fanboys like dogpiling on me, saying, being all like, how dare you dislike Lil Wayne, you're staring at greatness and all that shit. And so on that same hand, I wanted to still get some thoughts out of my mind about Kendrick Lamar. And might I say, just opening up, he is a fucking music artist, people, not a god. People go saying of how that they don't like the Super Bowl halftime show, just don't like Kendrick Lamar's music in general, and people are having like these big freakouts about acting like how dare that people like criticize his music and whatnot, and it just like really baffles me. Like, why would people have such a big problem of people disliking their own music artists? Like, it's totally fine if you yourself like Kendrick Lamar, but if you're going to be acting something of the equivalent of a Catholic back during Dark Age Europe who would want to burn somebody at the stake for daring to disagree with Catholicism, well then that is what I have a problem with. That particular attitude that people have towards anybody who would dare even like criticize them at all. And I guess I ought to like get this out of the way before somebody goes, making some kind of deflection based off of this. No, I am not like somebody who like just indiscriminately just hates all rap. No, I don't dislike all rap. In fact, ever since my early 20s, I've been getting introduced more and more to like, especially older rap and R&B, soul, and hip hop and other genres that are of that type, that are, let's say honestly, that are like black culture music, let's say, to put it in short. And there's like some that I've gotten introduced to that I quite honestly do like. Let's go! If you want it, you can get it. Let me know. Let me know about the fuck with your and it's not just Tom McDonald, by the way, y'all. Like, he's okay, but honestly, he can get kind of overbearing with his usage of the word woke in a lot of his songs. So he's not somebody that I go out of my way for, that I have saved in a playlist or something. No, who I actually have saved on my favorite rap playlist is, even though this guy is like somebody who honestly probably deserves a death penalty for what he did and is locked up for. South Park Mexicans, Wiggy Wiggy. Hold up on the double, these boys want trouble. They call me Flintstone and my homies born rubble. Rebel, devil, chasing through the ghetto. Blaze these motherfuckers after just one. Like, honestly, that song is quite catchy. It's a banger. I like a variety of Eminem as well. Look, I was gonna take it easy on you so as to not hurt your feelings, but I'm only gonna get this to one chance. Something's wrong, I can feel it. It's just a feeling, like something's about to happen. Also, like Let's Go by Little John. There's also California Love by Tupac. I really love that song in particular. Now let me welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West, the state that's untouchable like Elliot. Oh boy, so many people are going to think that I'm being such a Dax is an artist that I've ran across a few times, and he has some alright music as well. There is one song by a group called Suicide Boys that I kind of like. I don't like Suicide Boys, generally speaking, because whenever that guy is singing, it just sounds like that he's putting on like an impression of Ozzy Osbourne, except to some background music that is just slower paced. That being the type of rap music that he's using, it's just something that's very slow and quite honestly is kind of monotonous for me to hear. Other artists like there's this one song called Dear Dad by B. Mike, and I have that saved on my playlist. I really like that song. The most conservative of like rap artists that I like actually would have to be like Kid Rock, as much as you can like consider him rap, and other people probably would think, oh, that's cringe, he's a poser or whatever, but I don't care. Usher, as much as you can claim that he's like rap, he might be more into like hip hop and R&B more than actual rap, but still, I could like go down to a longer list, but you get my drift. So with all that said, I think I have some taste of rap music in order to have some room to speak an opinion about Kendrick Lamar. I mean, even if I or anyone else was not into rap in the least bit, they still have validity to be able to criticize and speak their opinions as far as how much they don't like a rap artist. But considering of what my music tastes actually are, I think at least I personally anyways, have even more room to speak about this. Yeah, I am not a rap enthusiast, and rock and roll just generally, like all of rock and roll and all of its subgenres except for death metal and black metal. I am mainly into rock and roll, but I'm not indiscriminately just hating of all rap. There is some rap that I do like. And coming with all that said, I still think that the halftime show was pretty bad. Honestly, the single most boring to watch and listen to halftime show that I have ever listened to. That's my honest opinion. And it's not even because of like the political messaging why I dislike that song. Honestly, I could not even make it out. The lyrics that he was singing. All I heard was turn this TV off, and I was thinking, okay, that's kind of ironic. Like he probably did not mean it in the way of turn off the TV right now. He probably means like listen to the rest of my halftime Super Bowl show and then turn the TV off or something like that. But it was just a little bit funny and ironic, but still something about a revolution, but I could not make out the full statement that he was saying there. And there was also the one end song of where that the one guy yells mustard. That was all that I could make out. But aside from that, I couldn't make out hardly any lyrics. There's a lot of people, actually, who could not make out a whole lot of lyrics in that. And honestly, if you had this many people who are all like, oh, I could not hear him, I could not hear what he was saying, and so forth, there might be actual credibility to the claim that the audio setup of the Super Bowl halftime show might have just been dog shit. And yet, because people were all like, I could not make out the lyrics, like here's some screen caps that I'll show for y'all, like people like going all like, open up your damn ears and just blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's just real cringe. And this is why that I say that he's not a god, people. Like, before any retards get hung up on this little detail, I'm not saying that anybody is literally saying, oh, Kendrick Lamar is God and I worship him at an altar every night. But with people's attitude, they might as well be doing such a thing like that, because all these people are having such like a complex with him, acting like as if he is a deity who should not be criticized or anything like that, with the way that they're reacting at people saying that, oh, I don't like Kendrick Lamar's music and I did not like his halftime Super Bowl show. And on further opinion of what I have to say about it, I found the background music to be pretty boring. Like, compared to the other rap songs that I've mentioned a little bit earlier in this video, it just bored me to tears, and a lot of other people. And I'm saying this as somebody who is like not the biggest fan of The Weeknd or Usher, but even those halftime Super Bowl shows, even though as memeable as those halftime shows were, like with the, you know, all the background dancers for The Weeknd with all the jockstrap masks put on their head and whatnot, at least that show was actually entertaining. Same thing with the Usher halftime show. I've seen bits and pieces of the Lady Gaga halftime Super Bowl show, and the one that took place in 2020 when the Chiefs did win the Super Bowl. So I've caught multiple bits and pieces of multiple halftime shows to say that, okay, even though the music isn't quite my preference, at least they were entertaining show. But the Kendrick Lamar show just outright bored me to tears. And the choreography especially was just so low energy and boring. Just all the background dancers, and especially Kendrick Lamar himself, just people like just casually walking from point A to point B while giving like these low energy dance moves. And that's without me tackling the issue of the political messaging and all that. I mean, if I was able to make out the political messaging, maybe I would have disliked the show even more. And honestly, if I wanted to hear America bad, I would just go listen to a seminar by some leftist like Noam Chomsky or something like that. Or watch a video by Hassan Piker or someone else along those lines. And one of the criticisms that people have against the people who are all like, oh, I did not like his music and whatnot, they were all like, oh, the only type of people who really dislike his show are people who are like not rap enthusiasts or conservative or just the most wonder bread of white people or whatever. And it's like, and honestly, there might be a little bit of a point to that. With the way that the halftime show seems to be and all those very defenses seem to go and whatnot, it almost seems that instead of like catering to a broader spectrum of people like both black, white, right-leaning, and left-wing, and young people, and even like a good chunk of older people as well. It's like Kendrick Lamar is just all like, no, I think I'll just cater to just black, leftward, and younger people. Oh, and rap enthusiasts. Like, it almost seems in some cases like as if that was intentionally and almost exclusively what he was catering to right there was rap enthusiasts and people who are like left-ish or at least are highly disliking of America. And that's not what the Super Bowl is supposed to be. It's honestly very divisive, and if that was his intention, well then, good job. You need to like broaden out to like as wide of a group as you possibly can. I even had to like cut off a friend of mine, honestly, because she wasn't that good of a friend anyways to begin with, but what was the straw that broke the camel's back was of how that she was all like, yeah, people should just shut up when it comes to criticism of Kendrick Lamar and the halftime Super Bowl show at large. Or at least she shared some post that was saying, you people go criticizing every single halftime Super Bowl show anyways. Shut up. And it's like, no. I'm not going to shut up. Like, I'm going to give honest feedback about the thing. We do not live in a world or country that is that restrictive of free speech just yet to where that you cannot criticize pop culture media. And quite honestly, maybe it's not a worship complex that Kendrick Lamar fans have towards their demigod Kendrick Lamar. Maybe it's just people are having like this worship mentality of pop media in general. People are just literally living in real life the one meme of where that, I believe it's Red Letter Media who said this.
Don't ask questions. Just consume product and then get excited for next product.
Like they're literally living and breathing that very meme when they're all like, oh, shut up. And even going so far to say that it's Karenism to be criticizing things. People just like are juxtaposing that it's being a Karen just in general to be criticizing pop culture media at all. And in the case of Kendrick Lamar, yeah, if you criticize your Kendrick Lamar, you're a Karen. It's like, that is so fucking stupid, and you're just really devaluing the meaning of the term Karen. If criticizing anything in any sort of way possible is being a Karen, well then, I guess the term Karen is absolutely useless. Thanks a lot for making it outright useless. It's more useless than the term woke or SJW. But in conclusion, this is just ridiculous. Like, what is up with people acting like that people should not be criticizing their favorite music artists or whatever? Like, come on. At some point, Kendrick Lamar fans, at some point you are going to get critical of a rock star or something else in the future that is super popular, and then the fans of those people are going to be saying for you to shut up, and you're not going to much appreciate that. And honestly, if you don't want to be told to shut up whenever you go criticizing a rock star or anything like that, well then just don't say for other people to just completely shut up when it comes to them saying how they dislike Kendrick Lamar. When it comes to music artists, when it comes to rap artists, when it comes to pop artists, when it comes to Disney movies, when it comes to Marvel movies, when it comes to anything, no, I am not going to shut up. And neither are like most of my fans or people of my type of beliefs and opinions as well. Just as much as I don't think anyone else should completely shut up when it comes to criticizing stuff that I honestly like or believe in. Like, I don't want, like, when it comes to my faith and religion, when it comes to my libertarianism or anything else like that, I don't expect you guys to shut up. So why should I tell you to shut up? It's free speech. It's free speech for you to be criticizing things, and it's also your freedom of association to say whether or not you want to just, close your ears and just walk away from that thing. You have more of a right to do that than to tell people to shut up, let alone try and force people to shut up on their opinions on why that they think that a rap artist and their halftime Super Bowl show is bad. But I am Zach the Dark Conservatarian. Thank you all for listening to my video right here, and y'all have a good one, and stop being so snowflakish on this sort of shit. God bless.